Welcome students in my channel Multidimension. Myself Dr. Dharmendra Bhalse. In this video I will teach you conservation laws in physics. Dear students, on my channel you will get videos of class 11th and 12th physics of CBSE and other state boards. I wish you watch these videos very carefully and understand the course. If you like these videos, subscribe my channel and share videos with your friends. And one more thing, if you have some difficulty, please write in comment box. So in next video I solve your problem. Let's start conservation laws in physics. Conservation means constant. If a physical quantity remains unchanged under a physical process are known as conserved quantity. The laws which governs conservation of physical quantity is called conservation laws. There are many conservation laws in physics, but some important conservation laws are given below. Conservation of mass, conservation of energy, conservation of linear momentum, conservation of angular momentum, and last one is conservation of charge. Conservation of mass. According to conservation of mass of an isolated body is remain constant before and after a physical process. If some amount of water change into ice, then mass of water and ice are same. Here mass is conserved in this physical phenomena. But actually mass conservation is not fundamental conservation law, because in some physical process like nuclear reaction, mass change into energy and mass not remain constant. According to Einstein, mass change into energy by the following relation, which is very famous, E equal to mc square, where m is mass of body, c speed of light, and E produced energy. The next conservation law is conservation of energy. Energy conservation law is fundamental conservation law, means energy is conserved everywhere in all physical process. According to law of conservation of energy, energy of a system always remain constant. Energy neither create nor destroy. It may transform from one form to other form. In a physical process, if one type of energy lost, then other form of energy must produce. In very short, we can say kinetic energy plus potential energy equal to constant, or kinetic energy plus potential energy plus other form of energy must equal to constant. We see some example for conservation of energy, and first is of free falling body. The total mechanical energy of a free falling body is conserved at every point during its motion. At its highest point, all its mechanical energy will be in the form of potential energy, and at its lowest point, all its mechanical energy will be in the form of kinetic energy. And total energy at every point of motion is constant. It means potential energy change into kinetic energy, but at every point its total mechanical energy will be constant. Here A is its highest point where its kinetic energy is 0 and potential energy is maximum mgh. And how kinetic energy is 0 and potential energy is mgh, we see in upcoming chapters. But in here in very short, its kinetic energy at highest point is 0 and potential energy at highest point is mgh, and total mechanical energy at point A Ea, which is sum of kinetic energy plus potential energy, which is equals to mgh. at middle point B from distance x from its highest point. Here kinetic energy change into mgx and potential energy also change, and it is mgh minus x, and therefore at point B total mechanical energy is again mgh. At lowest point C, when free falling body reaches at ground, its total kinetic energy is maximum mgh and potential energy again 0. So total mechanical energy at point C is again mgh. So we see at point A, at point B and at point C, its mechanical energy is mgh. It means for free falling body, its mechanical energy is always remain constant at every point during its motion, and this is conservation of energy. Next is of simple pendulum. The total mechanical energy of simple pendulum is always remain constant when it executes simple harmonic motion. At its extreme point from mean position, its potential energy is maximum and kinetic energy is minimum, whereas at its mean position, its kinetic energy is maximum and potential energy is minimum. Therefore potential energy and kinetic energy change into one another, but total mechanical energy at every point is always remain constant. This again shows conservation of energy. Next one is conservation of linear momentum. Linear momentum of a body is the ability of the body by virtue of which it imparts its motion to other object in a straight line. Linear momentum of a body is denoted by P, and mathematically we write P equal to m into V. According to law of conservation of linear momentum, if external force not apply on a system, then linear momentum of the system is always remain constant. In mathematics we write dp upon dt equal to 0 or p equal to constant. Here we see some example of conservation of linear momentum. When a bullet is fired with a gun, the total momentum vector of bullet and gun is 0 before firing, and after firing bullet moves in forward direction with some momentum and gun recoils with same amount of momentum but in opposite direction, and again after firing vector sum of linear momentum of bullet and gun is again 0. This shows conservation of linear momentum. And next one is of rocket propulsion. The rocket propulsion is also based on principle of conservation of linear momentum. The fuel is burnt in the ignition chamber of rocket. The gases so produced are ejected from an orifice in the rear of the rocket. A thrust acts on the rocket due to moment of gases downward, and rocket start moving in the forward direction. The next is law of conservation of angular momentum. The law of conservation of angular momentum states that in the absence of external torque, total angular momentum of a rotating rigid body remains constant. L vector equal to r vector cross p vector equal to constant, where L is angular momentum vector, r vector is position vector, p vector is linear momentum vector. We see this more clearly in higher classes. The last one is law of conservation of charge. According to law of conservation of charge, charge of an isolated system is always remain constant. Charge can neither be created nor destroyed, but it can be transformed from one body to another body. Here we see two examples for conservation of charge. In pair annihilation, when an electron and a positron comes closer to each other, they destroy each other and a gamma ray photon is emitted, and this phenomena follows conservation of charge, because before annihilation an electron and a positron comes closer to each other. Electron have negative 1 charge and positron have positive 1 charge. So before annihilation the total electric charge is 0, and when electron and positron meet each other, they destroy each other and a gamma ray photon is emitted, and gamma ray have 0 electric charge. So this process of pair annihilation is obey conservation of electric charge. And in pair production, gamma ray photon destroy and a pair of electron and antiparticle positron emitted, and this process also obey conservation of electric charge.